I'm not a big fan of using lighters, but I'm out of matches. Smoking the Long Champ. This is take two, by the way. Don't you wish you could have take twos on a lot of your decisions in life? Unless they're good decisions, and then I'll talk to you about what I'm smoking here in a moment. Got a YABO. And I promise you, I opened it for you guys. It was supposed to be with you guys. But as my old friend Hap used to say, things don't always work out the way you want them to. Even open to using my old timer. I'm not a knife connoisseur. I don't even play one on YouTube. Knives are functional to me. I don't really collect them or anything. I'm usually moving around with my Swiss Army knife. Today I pulled out the old timer. It's a really good knife. I've had it for about 25 years. Most of these knives, they're very sturdy. They last a long time. Most of them are handed down from grandfather to son, son to his son, so on and so forth. That's not how I came to have an old timer. Years ago, I was working in retail in a big box hardware store. And through someone's misjudgment, I ended up being the department manager of the plumbing department of all departments. I fooled somebody. I had no clue about plumbing. And I went to the plumbing, was moved to the plumbing department, worked there about 3 months, and then they made me the department manager. There's 3 things you need to know about plumbing if you don't already know. Hot is on the left, cold is on the right, and shit don't run uphill. Hated it. I didn't really hate the plumbing part of it. I became pretty knowledgeable. But the customers? First of all, I'm not a customer is always right kind of guy. Just not. Even now, if I go into a retail establishment, I make an effort to be self-sufficient for as long as I can before I have to go find an associate. Only because I always assume they're just like me and they don't want to be bothered. Especially in the plumbing department. you're always getting the Joe Schmo. Had no clue what they were doing. Coming into the plumbing department with, well, I need to replumb my whole house. What do I need? A plumber. I told a guy that one time, I got in trouble. And then they would come in and they wouldn't come look for you, which part of me was great with that. The downside was they'd go looking for stuff. For example, faucets. They would come into the department, see the display of faucets, find the one they wanted, find the box on the shelf up under the one they wanted. And even though the display is sitting there in front of them, and the majority of the manufacturers would put the picture of the faucet on the box, many customers felt the need to go cut open the box and look inside, and then leave the box laying around if they didn't like what they saw. Coffee. So one day I was working, having a hard time keeping this lit. It's okay. This guy comes and finds me and wants to know if somebody found a knife. And I had not found a knife. Customer service didn't know anything about a knife. And so he started giving me the story about how he had this knife and his granddaddy had given it to him. He'd had it for 30-some years, and he was in the store the day before and took the knife out, and when he got home that night, he couldn't find the knife. So I didn't have the knife, hadn't seen the knife. A few days later, I'm reluctantly helping a customer with a kitchen faucet. Elbow shot. Pulled out a faucet, noticed the box had been opened, opened up the box, and there, laying on the top, inside the box, was the old knife. Something hanging from my hat. Stop it. So I kept the knife around the department for a while, thinking he'd come back, but he never did. So I inherited an old timer. That's what you get for opening a box when you shouldn't open a box. Don't open the box. People. So anyway, that's how I came to own an old timer. It's a good knife. Probably was to him too. Sorry. Don't open the dad blame box. So, a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Kopecky did a video. And mentioned Star of the East Flake, which is one of the blends I'd been considering trying out. And Mr. Kopecky was generous enough to offer me a sample. And so I got a box in the mail yesterday. He bombed me out, folks. With some great stuff. Pamoy's Cask number 11. Never had it. Can't wait to try it. I don't know know if you can see it there. That's Dunhill's London mixture. Another one I've been wanting to get my hands on. Check this out. Seattle Pipe Club, Mississippi River. I'm really enjoying flakes and crumble cakes, so I'm really excited about that one. Old Joe Krantz, Red Label. Hadn't heard much about the Red Label. Everybody talks about the Old Joe Krantz, or at least the black, the original, and how it compares to Haunted Bookshop, which is one I haven't tried. Don't know if I really want to. It scares me. I'm not a Nick guy, but I'm interested in the Red Label to see how that runs. Check this out. Frogmorton's Ghost, which is a blend put together by Eric, the Blue Collar Pipe Smoker. I'm looking forward to that one too. Margate. I have had this. I got a sample from Buckeye Piper a while back. Smoked it up. Now I have more. Black Bayou Mist. These are hefty samples, folks. Matt, you outdid yourself, man. This one is exciting. I'll tell you why. Dunhill's Durbar. So, Northeast Piper UK, Mark, was having some of this past weekend, and I have an unopened tin of this, and I have never had it. And I dropped him a message on Instagram asking him his thoughts on it, and he said, haven't had it and you like Latakia, go for it. So I'm really looking. I almost busted open a tin of this today for you guys, not knowing this was in the box. Really looking forward to that one. And Mr. Kopecky was doing a video just the other day smoking Lancer slices, so I can't wait to try those. Then of course what I'm smoking is Star of the East Flick. It's a great blend, thoroughly enjoyed. Kopecky, you outdid yourself, my friend. There's going to be reciprocation. Might be a little bit. Working on some things, so got some other boxes and got a lot of folks to thank, and I really appreciate it. If you have not subscribed to Mr. Kopecky, you most definitely should. One of the coolest mustaches on the YTPC. So thanks. I thoroughly appreciate it. Well, this was round 2. I'm gonna go take my old timer, enjoy this pipe. Praise God for the fact that I don't have to work in retail around customers anymore. And enjoy the rest of the afternoon. You folks be well. Be humble. Be grateful for all that you have. I'm going to put Kopecky's link down in the ash hole. Check him out if you haven't. I'll see you guys again soon.